you very much for spending a bit of your day with me today. It is extremely early in the morning today. I decided that I would get up before everyone, hopefully. I can definitely see that Elodie or Ruby is waking up soon. And Ruby always wakes up when Elodie wakes up because Elodie is just loud. And Elodie and Ruby sleep in the same room. So yeah. We'll see. Let's cross our fingers that they sleep a little bit longer. It's about 6 in the morning, and I really just got out of bed. I was laying in bed feeding Ruby, and I thought, okay, I am going to get up and film a podcast because otherwise it will be 3 weeks. I can't believe that over 2 weeks has already passed. Nina, I am drinking the amazing vanilla coffee that you sent me. And just because I normally don't like a vanilla smell, I love the taste of vanilla. So I love this coffee. For those of you who don't know, I love flavored coffees. And I don't know, flavored coffee is just, I've worked in a coffee shop all the time growing up. My throat is a little bit groggy, I'm sorry. It's kind of going in and out. But I worked in a coffee shop. Basically, that was my job growing up. I worked in a pottery shop. I worked in a coffee shop, kind of a local one. Well, it was a local one. For those of you who know Cambridge, I worked at the Daily Grind for a very long time. And I worked at Row Pottery, to be exact. And then I worked at Starbucks for a while. But, and some yarn shops, of course, kind of always. But yeah, so I love coffee, and I always, would try all the different drinks, of course, working at a coffee shop. But I kind of always geared towards the flavored drinks. And it's so funny because when my Grandma Sue, gets coffee at coffee shops, she normally gets just a latte or I guess that's kind of what she's getting. If she's getting something kind of a spiffier drink other than coffee, she's always getting a latte. And I always thought, I need to start drinking my lattes without caramel, which was my favorite when I was a teenager. I always would get a caramel latte. Or oh my god, I'm so out of the loop. It's been a really long time, especially since I was working at caramel macchiato. That was another one of my favorite ones. But I love flavored coffee. I really, really like it. I like normal coffees as well, unflavored. But I love flavored coffees. And yeah, they're just delicious. My grandma, whenever I drink coffee, whenever I'm kind of like thinking, I wish so bad that I could sit down and have a cup of coffee with my Grandma Sue, I'll make my coffee with some cinnamon inside, because I don't know if this is a thing that, or why my grandma started this, if it's something that her mom did, if maybe she had it somewhere. I should ask. But she, I think, always brews her coffee and sprinkles. Oh, I'm still sleepy. She always, when she's brewing her coffee, sprinkles some cinnamon in the grounds. So anytime I have that, I really, it just crazy is bringing back memories of my Grandma Sue. So that's kind of a fun thing. Coffee in general, I don't know. I just crazy can sit and drink coffee and think about sitting in my grandma's living room and drinking coffee with her. And we just bought tickets to go to America. We'll be there in December, January for 3 weeks. We cannot wait. I cannot wait to sit in my grandmother's living room and have coffee with her, and it sucks being far away. It really, 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 really sucks to be so far away from my grandma. But yeah, on to the knitting. I finished something these last weeks, and the thing that I finished is my mom's Whispering Pines shawl. So Whispering Pines is a pattern that I designed, as you all know. And, well, you all don't know that, but now you do. And I haven't woven in the ends. It looks like, I thought I did, but I guess it looks as though I haven't woven in the ends. I did indeed block it in some tuft woolens, and so it smells obviously amazing. I knit this in Spin Monkeys in her single ply yarn. So here it is. I feel like it shrunk a little bit in the bag. I just had it folded in a project bag. The Whispering Pines that I knit for myself is definitely larger than this. And you can see that this should stretch out a little bit more. It definitely needs to be reblocked again. I can see that. It's been in the bag for, I don't know, 2 weeks, I would guess. But I'm really happy. I'm very, very happy that this blocked out really, really soft. And I used up every single inch of yarn. Kristen, you know about that. That's our little inside secret. But yeah, of course I really enjoyed knitting this. It's a design that I knit up that you can just use that one skein of sock yarn, and it's perfect. It's really perfect. I love it. I know she'll love it. It is nice and soft, and I think on the cooler days it will be perfect for her to wear, because I hope that we have those cooler days. When my mom arrives, I think it's supposed to be about 75, 80 degrees. And then on Sunday, she gets here on Saturday. She gets here on Saturday in 6 days. You guys have no idea how excited I am. I'm so excited I cannot even contain myself. Every single day to 8OD, we say, okay, there are 8 more sleeps, 7 more sleeps, 6 more sleeps. So it's seriously so exciting. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. 5 more sleeps! There are 5 more sleeps. I am completely wrong. So I can't wait. And she's going to be here for 2 weeks. She's bringing her cowl that she started when she was here. Oh my goodness, when was that? Was it a year and a half ago? 2 years ago? I have no idea. It was a pretty long time ago. But I can't wait. I'm so excited to see her. And like I was starting to say, on Sunday it will be 105 degrees. I don't know how I feel about that. It's really hard to do anything with a newborn because their bodies heat up so quickly that we can't really spend a lot of time outside. So I definitely know this week before it gets extremely hot, because while it is still hot, I think today will be about 80 degrees, so it's not as hot as it could be. I will probably go with Ruby and get her a new sun hat, because the sun hat that she has is too small. I feel like she has grown so much in the last 3 months, because she's 3 months old now. She just seems massive. She was such a teeny tiny baby. It's crazy. But one thing that I cannot believe, and I have gotten so many PMs about this, personal messages, is that I did not show my windswept shawl on the podcast, which is just ridiculous, because that was my new design that came out on August 1st. I never showed it to you guys. So it's a huge shawl, and I love this because I love wearing big shawls. I wore this all the time when I was in Roche. It's really thick, but still really drapey at the same time. It's a special textured stitch that's done here. If you go and look at the project pages, I guess you can see it better. Because it's so early here, the lighting isn't the best, so I apologize for that, but I really just wanted to come and hang out with you guys and make sure that it happens this week, because I know it really stinks when I'm looking forward to hanging out with a podcaster online and they don't have a podcast episode. I'm a little bit bummed, and I love talking with you guys and receiving your feedback, so I really wanted to make sure that I got this out. But yeah, so this as well, it kind of isn't the best, I guess, to show on the podcast today, because I have this. I'm not seriously the most careful with my shawls. I just have them thrown into kind of like my hand knit box, and they're not really folded that well. So yeah, here's this one. You can't even see the entire wingspan because it's way larger than my wingspan. But I love it. I wanted it to be really big so that I can wear it like this. And have it really cover my shoulders and then cover my chest really nicely. And the way that I stitch the top is so simple yet effective. And I think it's extremely, extremely beautiful. I love the way that this turned out. I knit this in Miss Babs yarn in her sport weight. I think it is an extremely heavy sport weight, in my opinion. Extremely high twist. It's the highest twist sport weight I've ever used. And as I was knitting it, I enjoyed it, but I thought I was a little bit curious how it would block out, and I really I'm clearly happy with it. So here I added some flowers onto the bottom of it, and as I got to the bottom, I honestly wasn't that sure what I was going to do with that bottom section. But while there are these flowers that are in Roche that you kind of see everywhere, and they're so incredibly beautiful. Once I'm dyeing yarn, I really want to dye some yarn based upon these flowers, because I just really loved them, and they remind me of Roche completely. So I think it would be neat to kind of have some momentous yarn from Roche. But I decided, this shawl I have been finishing the design up while I was in Roche, and one of the times that I was in Roche, because we've been there a couple of times, and I ended up wearing it the last times that I was in Roche, so I really wanted to add that element to it, and I thought that it would look perfect, and it does. It looks really nice, really so simple, and I really couldn't be happier. And of course I had to go with the Picot bind off, because that's my favorite. It adds such a special touch to it, and I love it. I think I will probably knit another one of these after I knit my first shawl design. It's a perfect and wearable piece through all of the seasons. On the late summer evenings, for me it was perfect to have draped over my shoulders, and in the winter it's thick enough that it still adds that extra layer, and to wear in the front over your chest, it's just perfect. I really love the way that it turned out. I'm extremely happy with it. And I can't wait to knit another one. I'm already designing a new piece, which I'm not sure when I will go about showing that to you. Again, it's kind of like a stash buster. It's one that uses 2 skeins of fingering weight, 2 different colors. So that's really nice. I really wanted to plan something for people who have so many of those single skeins but still want a larger shawl to wear. So this one uses 2 colors, and I think it's perfect for using those single skeins of yarn, and it would be really beautiful too. And I know you guys will love it. So I'm going to take this off because even though it's early in the morning, I'm wearing my featherweight. I don't know if you guys noticed, but I'm wearing my featherweight that I knit from Woolen Vine Yarns, Kristen's yarn. This is the fairy hair colorway, and it's her Volca base. So this pattern is available on Ravelry, of course, and we will be starting a knit along for this September 1st through November 1st. So that will be a lot of fun. 2 months, I think that should definitely be enough time for you guys to knit up a shawl. And again, my knit-alongs are never where you have to finish it. Just as long as you're knitting, not just cast on, but as long as you're knitting and trying to get it finished, because it will be fall and winter, and it's kind of the perfect time to be knitting a shawl. You can cast on now if you want. I honestly don't care, because it's almost September. And just as long as you're knitting with us, chatting with us, I won't have a finished objects thread. I'll just have, the windswept KALYO, which Autumn created. I honestly never thought about doing a knit along for the windswept. I don't know why. I've just been so busy lately that my new design completely slipped my mind, which is kind of ridiculous. But I'm really happy to share it with you guys now, because I feel like for me personally, I know that a lot of you love my Whispering Pines shawl, and I really love it too, but my shawls completely grow with me. Like, I love the Whispering Pines shawl. It was perfect for that time. It's one that I have and still will wear, even though I have a little piece that I have to mend because a moth got into it, which is really, really sad, into the lace section as well. It's not like it's a textured section, it's a lace section, so will be a little bit harder to mend. But now my Whispering Pines shawl is my windswept shawl is completely me. So that one's my favorite right now, of course, because I think that's how it is with designers. Your newest designs are kind of your little babies, and you love them, and they're perfect. So I'm sure that's how my new design will be also. And speaking of designs, I am working on a test knit for Melody of the Bee Mandarins podcast. And I am knitting this from some very, very special yarn. This is some yarn that one of you guys sent me, and I'll show you the tag. So this is from All Natural Haven, and this is from Pamela. I honestly have no idea if she has an Etsy shop or an online store. Yeah, she does. It's, oh no, I don't know if she does actually. It just has her email, it has a telephone number on here, and then the address, I guess. So this is a 5-ply yarn is what it says. It's actually a 2-ply, is what it really is. It's 110 grams, and it is 100% alpaca from her sheep named Emma. And I've been saving this yarn for something really special because it came from one of you. Did I say I've been saving this sheep or this yarn? I think I said yarn. Because it came from one of you, and it's from alpaca, which I love. And I just wanted it to be for something that I will kind of treasure and really enjoy the process of knitting, because I know that this yarn is extremely special and was made and came from a lot of love. So that was an extremely special gift. I got this a little while ago. I believe she sent it with some cotton yarn. And I'm knitting, as I was starting to say, Melody from B Mandarine's hat design. It's a test knit, and it is 2/3 of the way finished, I would say. It's really hard to see because I'm knitting mine on double pointed needles. I do have some bamboo needles that would definitely fit the circumference of this hat, but I just love my carbons. I love them so much that I decided, you know what, I'm going to knit on double points. If my grandma was knitting this, she would knit it on double points too, I'm sure. So I'm knitting these on my Knit Pro carbons, which I love. I'm really enjoying the design of this hat. It's such a cool textured pattern. I really would love to get into the design process of Melody because I'm working on a hat design too. I'm working on a hat and a shawl design. But I honestly am in awe of this hat design. I love the way that she did it. It's something that I would have thought of, but would have never thought of, if that makes sense. I feel like it's completely a Molly design, if that makes sense. It's aesthetically pleasing to me 100%. I love everything about this hat design. I don't know how close and how much detail I can really, really show you of the hat. She said that it's completely fine to share it, because I know she's been sharing it kind of all over Instagram, and I think I've shared 1 or 2 pictures on Instagram. I'm _homespun_house on Instagram for those of you interested. But I love it. I'm really enjoying knitting with this yarn, just like I thought I would. And yeah, I'm really enjoying using it. I'm using my Color Rings by Ellie stitch markers. I thoroughly enjoy using these. And I hosted an Instagram giveaway about, oh goodness, a week and a half ago, and some of these are given away in the giveaway. So also, those of you who aren't following me on Instagram, run over and follow me on Instagram, because that is, I think from now on, where I will be hosting my giveaways generally. So, so yeah, I'm really, really enjoying knitting this. It's a lot of fun, and I love my project bag that I have it in. It is slowly becoming, or quickly becoming, one of my favorites. And I've now heard that she got some labels. So that's awesome, because last time I talked about this, I said, man, I really wish there was a label on here. But I love it. This is, I think it's my favorite project bag, I would say. And I think the fabric has a lot to do with that. It's also made really nicely too, of course. But I honestly couldn't be happier with this fabric and project bag. So the next thing that I have steadily been working on, I'm going to talk about the giveaway at the end of the podcast, so make sure you stay tuned for that. The next thing that I have been working on are Robert socks. So in the last 2 weeks in the last week really, we've gone to the strawberry patch twice, and here it's called Karl's Erdbeerhof, and you can go there and you can pick strawberries, and you can obviously gather them and take them home with you, but it's also a place where you just go and they have tons of stuff for children to do there. You can ride horses, you can, there's so much stuff. You can go on tractors. Right now they have a cornfield maze that you can go through. They have a massive, massive slide, and I mean extremely huge slide, that you can go down, and you're riding on old potato sacks down the slide. And they have so much stuff, I can't even begin to cover it. So we've been there twice, and they've had so much fun. It's an hour away, so I get an hour there and an hour back of knitting time. So that means that I finished Robert's socks, and the funny thing is that I was in such a flow of finishing these socks. Okay, let me rewind a little bit. So Robert told me not even that long ago that he really wants his socks knit with contrasting cuff, heel, and toes. So he still wants them knit in the tweed yarn. And the tweed yarn that Ellie gave me from Ellie's Color Rings on Etsy, she gave me some green Knit Picks, is it stroll tweed yarn? And those will be Robert's next socks. And he wants those, like I was saying, with contrasting cuff, heel, and toe. And so I said, okay, you know, I've already knit the foot. So once I get to the toe, Robert, I will knit the toe in a red or the gray, but probably red. Excuse me. And I was just in such a flow of knitting it that I completely forgot. So that stinks. He tried them on, they fit perfect. And so I finished it. I did the Russian grafting again for the toe so that it isn't so completely round. It fits the tips of the toes a lot nicer. And then I cast on the second one. So I already have the cuff finished. I have, I'm just, oh goodness, I don't even know. I'm 4 centimeters, 3 centimeters into the leg. And once I get down to the toe so that it isn't completely unbearable, I'm going to go ahead and knit it red. And then I'm going to go back, rip out the other one, and knit that one red too. Just because Robert's socks take so long. I'm knitting these on circulars, my Knit Pro Carbons. These are the fixed circulars. In 2.5 needles, I knit Robert's on 64 stitches, for those of you interested. So for my male socks, I do 64 stitches, and for my socks, I do 56 stitches. So yeah, those are coming along really, really nicely. And in my Freckled Whimsy bag, I have them in here. This is perfect for a pair of socks. I have my Low Lips Peppermint Kiss chapstick. I'm pretty sure that I burnt my lips at the strawberry patch yesterday. So I have, since we've been home and since we were on the way home, I have been putting that on my lips because it has been soaking in and my lips have just been burning with a vengeance. So I have my adorable little German Brezel on the side of my bag that I take off and use as a project keeper. This didn't come with the bag, but I use this as a progress keeper for my sock. So the next time that I start knitting my sock, I'll clip that on and obviously see how much progress I've done. I ordered so many adorable, cool charms for my upcoming progress keepers. I cannot wait to show you guys them. I have so many neat progress keepers that will be going up in the next shop update. I know you guys will love them a lot, and I mean a lot of them. I'm going to start having the option in my shop. I don't think I'll be selling my stitch markers by sets anymore. I will sell every single one individually. So there will be a picture of the charm, and then you will say if you want a stitch marker or a progress keeper, and you can kind of make up your packs based upon that, so you can really individualize it. I think that's maybe the nicer way to go. I'm sure you've been wondering what in the world is going on behind Molly. Her desk is always clean and she always has her projects there. Because it's so early in my work morning, this is everything that I have laid out that I want to do today. So I usually always do that the night before. And so that's kind of what a little behind the scenes. These are my bags. So I have all of my sweater size bags laid out, and then all of my large size bags. I'm not sewing any small bags this week. I think maybe I'm only sewing 10 or something. But I have a very, very large update that will be happening. I've already had 2 updates, so for those of you who missed it, I'm extremely sorry. Please let me know if you'd like me to start updating you through Facebook. I do let you know through Instagram, but I haven't started a Facebook page yet. I haven't heard anything on that front yet, so until the demand comes, I'm not going to go ahead and create a Facebook page. So the Instagram giveaway, I showed you guys a long time ago that Kristen sent me this amazing yarn. So she dyed this herself. Obviously it comes from her Wool and Vine Yarns shop. This is on her Stark base. The colorway is Dirty on Purpose. And it's really pretty. I think it would make a really nice kind of neutral shawl. It would be perfect for striping with something. I think it would make a beautiful pair of my foraging pattern. It is 463 yards, so it's extremely generous. You could knit a Whispering Pines shawl. There are so many patterns you could knit with this. A nice pair of socks, but it's really soft. It's not a super high twist, so I think that it would block even softer really, really nicely. So I love the little speckled deep browns in there, so that's really nice. This is kind of a package of some of my favorite things. So here is a sample of colorings by Ellie. This is her extra small size, so it's perfect. These are perfect for a shawl, or I would say these could fit up to a 4mm needle maximum. So that's a size 6 US. And then a pack of Tuft Woolens Orange Ginger Sock Soap. So this giveaway on Instagram, I think, is going until Friday. So definitely sign up for that. If it's something that you guys want, you just go onto Instagram and you tag 3 of your friends. You don't have to post anything. You don't have to repost the picture, because I hate giveaways that are like that. You don't have to repost the picture. You just tag 3 of your friends. That's it. You're automatically entered in the giveaway. So that's really exciting. I think it's an awesome prize. So all you have to do is enter. That is it. Quite a while ago, I'm leaning over here because I don't have all of my stuff behind me. I have all of my stuff next to me. So I'm leaning over here because I have some really fun stuff that I received in the mail. This is a gift from Christina Wall, and she also has a podcast, which is really, really nice. She designs a lot of things, and she had written me that she wanted to finish my Mama Ruffles shawl for me. So I was seriously shocked and extremely excited. This isn't finished. Looking at it now, I don't know why I didn't finish it, because it is so worth it. It is so pretty. She did such a fantastic job. So this, now I see, is definitely a piece that I will wear. And because I knit this on lace weight yarn, it is so perfect for the summers and the summer evenings. Couldn't be more perfect. Along with that, she didn't have to, but she sent me this gorgeous table liner. I think she found it in an antique shop, and it reminded her of me, and it's hand embroidered, and then it has some crochet edging around the side, and I just think it's beautiful. I will definitely iron it and put it on my coffee table, because Christina, it's perfect. It really, really is perfect. I adore the birds. I think it's beautiful, really beautiful. So she sent me some tea, and the tea bags look so cute. I really, really love them. I can't wait to try those. And then she sent me some pretty, pretty rollags that she knit up. I absolutely adore them, and I definitely will spin these by hand on a spindle. So I'm really, really excited to use those. I've got to wrap this up because I can hear that Ruby is waking up. So I'm going to go in there and say hello to the little sweetie and begin our morning together and get Adri off and ready for Kita. We're going to Roach again next week with my mom. So I don't know how long we'll be there, if we'll be there for 3 days, if we'll be there for 4 days. 4 days will be the maximum that we can stay. So I'm really excited, and I'll probably be greeting you guys again, possibly in Roach. So I hope that you guys all have a really nice week. It's raining here right now. I'm loving the sound. I have every single window open in here, and it's supposed to rain all day. So I'm looking forward to that. I love working inside when it's raining. I'll see you guys all soon. Bye.